What it do, what it is. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a new series that I'm going to do every time the moon is in goddamn Virgo called Reality Check Recap, because the people who are responsible for broadcasting the fucking truth out to the people are lying. And so my crazy ass has to do their job. Please repurpose any of the information and facts you see here and put it out in your own words. This is not an argument. I'm not explaining shit to anybody. That was the last decade. I don't explain myself anymore. If you don't believe this and this gets you in your feelings, don't come crying in my comics. Go cry in your little corner. I'm just doing this as a Gemini Sun messenger to express the truth that for some reason is being suppressed as all hell. Most of you already know this deep in your heart, and if you still are not courageous enough to stand up for this, you don't have to shove this down people's throats, but if you still don't have the courage to express and stand up for this, really need to go within and ask yourself why you're letting people who would rather believe a lie enable you to suppress the truth within your heart. Reality check recap. Just so we can recap on everything that's happened every time the moon's in Virgo once again, I'm going to make sure we just recap what the facts are. If you either think these are unsubstantiated claims or the goddamn motherfucking truth. I'm not here to argue with anybody. If you don't believe it, cool. If you believe it, cool. Comment down what you believe, what you know, and what you want to express as well. First and foremost, if you're still caught up in the 3D actions that are playing out the war in the spiritual, you need to get hip. Ephesians 6:12. For our enemy is not flesh and blood. We're dealing with fallen angels and spiritual forces of wickedness in high places. Aliens, niggas. I'm going to be channeling Virgo, so I'm gonna come off a little mean because Virgo could be an asshole, but Virgo is only an asshole because you motherfuckers need logic. I'm just saying. Okay, shout out to Virgo. I fucks with you, Virgo. Of the long way pause. Okay, outside of that, this is an intergalactic affair. Everything that we're seeing played out here is because of the extraterrestrial overlords, or whatever you want to call them, that are really enacting a lot of the deception you see. Any disclosure you hear is very misleading because half of you niggas are aliens yourselves. Stop getting caught up on the news on aliens. You probably watching this are alien. How come we're not addressing the fact that the past two US presidents we had, Uranus Sun, are aliens? One is a fallen angel, the other is an angel. This is not an election we had. This is a war between angels and fallen angels, one of which may be even compromised. If you don't know, Kamala Harris and 44th President Barack Obama are fallen angels, you didn't do your research. They both have Lucifer contacts. One's on Kamala's moon, the other's on Barry's sun, okay, the one married to Michael, yes, and they both have angelic energies that can allude to this. I'm not going to explain it. That's too much to explain. If you abstractify it like that, you realize that this is actually a long-fought, ancient intergalactic war just to claim your fucking souls in this transhumanist agenda. I hope I sound crazy as hell right now, because what's going on is crazy as hell, okay? This is not a pandemic. This virus is a product of bioterrorism. You either know that or you don't. You either know that this shit was deliberately Jupiter conjunct Pluto conjunct Saturn and Capricorn planned and leaked to the public so that there could be an excuse to destroy and lock down businesses, or you believe that this is a totally generic, genuine pandemic that came up. And if so, you're probably one of them idiots wearing a mask in your car alone. I said what I said. This election was completely rigged. Of course it was, though. If a certain person gets 4 more years, a lot of people are going to prison. And so you saw an act of desperation all over the country. There is a reason why news outlets are suppressing the truth and having people divide against each other to enable dumb motherfuckers to call smart motherfuckers crazy motherfuckers. If you're holding your tongue because you're worried about how you look, you're part of the problem too. Grow some nuts, grow some Averys, and speak the motherfucking truth. So many people are going to go to prison. Not enough people will get caught. A lot of children are still getting trafficked. And if you don't know, this is still a spiritual war before anything. Exorcisms are happening 24/7. And the true war is the war between the impurities and demons that invade the strongholds and minds of the weak and those who've given their souls to darkness. Oh, fun fact, your favorite influencer has long since sold their soul to the devil for clout, money, and fame. But I think we've already been known. This is just some of you know this and still follow these idiots as if nothing's happened. And there's nothing I can do for you. Next, whether you believe 5G is harmful or not, okay, these technological rollouts are going to help enhance the technocracy and transhumanist agenda, as many people will accept the mark of the beast and forsake the natural nature of their consciousness. It is a real fact that there is going to be a movement, all right, to deviate from the natural nature of who you are in favor of this stupid transgenderism, transhumanist agenda. The alphabet boys, and I don't mean the FBI, the CIA, the LGBTQ niggas, okay, they're going to come off strong. That's why they pushed Elliot Page turning into a dude, which at this point is just more disrespectful to humanity. Once again, I'm not here to argue with you. I don't want any of you in my comments saying you need to be inclusive to gay people and to transgender people. Listen, we're all just people, and I don't want to get into the identity politics of this. If you think that I'm a bigot for telling the truth, go ahead, but it doesn't change the fact that they're going to target your kids and lie to them about who they can be, just so that they can slowly but surely push this motherfucking agenda in your throat. And if you don't go with it, there must be something wrong with you. But it's not all bad, because if women are out here identifying as men, then I should be able to identify as billionaire. It is what it is. I will turn trans financial real quick, okay? And don't try and cancel come for me. I'm not afraid of you idiots at all. And you're an idiot if you entertain this bullshit. You probably think that this virus is not man-made and leaked to the public. You probably think there's really no widespread evidence of voter fraud, which your motherfucking dumbass. Get you some logic. Other than that, and I hope this comes off as a little bit condescending, because when you just deny reality so much, you have to really take account for your own delusion. And that's a form of witchcraft. Because when you steal from someone, I know someone rapped about this, when you steal from someone, you're at least taking their positions. When you lie to them, you're disrespecting their reality. That's a form of genjutsu. And at some point, as a warrior in this war, you have to stop being afraid to stand up for truth because of what other ne'er-do-wells will say. Because at this point, it's just down to peer pressure, and you're way stronger than that. It's easy for me to say everything that I'm saying on this camera, but I at least have had to face the consequences for saying that. It's just they're not consequences for me. Being alienated by dumbass motherfuckers, total bitches, and spiritual Karens is a paradise to me. It's only attracted the real. Other than that, there's so much more that I want to recap with this reality check, but I really want to leave y'all with this. 2020 was a complete and total beta test, of which most people, not all, failed. Okay, I see a lot of people saying we all failed. Nigga, most of us did not fail. Some of us did not fail. Some of you did the work. Some of you, if all through 2020, you know what I'm saying, you did what you could to stay true to what is real, and you didn't entertain any BS, and you constantly at every step of the way spoke and expressed that truth, then you did not fail this test. Okay, there was a collective test that we all failed, but there was also an individual test that you may have passed with flying colors. For those of you, the few of those of you, because a lot of people failed, for the few of you who actually passed and didn't use your platform to push and trend this stupid entertainment agenda so that we cannot really be aware of what's happening. They're trying to play it off like this war isn't on. It's economic as well. You passed. And so now with this shift of energy, you're going to come into reward and victory. Think Seven of Wands, where you're outnumbered, but you are in a higher position of advantage because you're repping, I don't know, the truth and not a fucking lie. Okay, this is so very crucial, because just like you're going to be victorious, the people who are losing are going to see that you're victorious, and they're going to work overtime to make you feel that your victory is one big fat L. And only you can make them make you feel that. Other than that, congratulations. I don't think you know how vital and crucial you are, because each of us who are holding this truth in our hearts is what I meant by the period of darkness where we're not in Sagittarius season anymore. There's nothing in Leo. We're not going to have any major outer planet in Leo, and we only have Chiron in Aries. That is your individual fire that you have to keep lit during this period of darkness. And it's going to get a hell of a lot darker, but we're going to get stronger in so many heavenly ways that you have to really just believe and know who you are in order to activate this strength. There are going to be a lot of people who are triggered and reacting to the pure truth that you're saying, and I mean, only you can let that get to you. If anything, if you're like me, just trigger them more, because it's revealing true natures of their character. Unfortunately, when some people don't get what they want, they riot and they get mad, which I don't know if you saw this one video called Planet Lockdown, but the riots were really just a way to lower property value, as people were rioting against racial injustice, but these dumbasses were still rioting and looting Hispanic and black owned businesses, because that just makes all the sense in the world. Antifa. Fuck George Soros. Anyway, yeah. Another reality check. You dumbasses, I'm just joking, not all of you, but you people basically made Bill Gates and George Soros and also Jeff Bezos that much richer, because hey, now we all shop at Amazon, right? And don't worry, I'm one of the idiots that made Jeff Bezos richer, so I'm gonna keep that same energy to myself. But hey, they got away with that plan. Let's just be honest, the diabolical plotting that these people beta tested in 2020, they got away with that shit. Are we gonna let them get away with it 2021? Because it's okay to peep game, but now with Mars and Aries, it's time to take action. Here's another reality check. You are going to receive implicit instruction on what you're supposed to do. Now, what some of you are forgetting is that this is a play, and some people are supposed to be on the other side. What did Jesus tell Judas as they were? Judas got caught up because they were chilling at that Last Supper. Judas was like, damn, this is lit. We all drinking wine. Jesus had to remind Judas, hey, nigga, isn't there something you have to do? Cough, cough, hint, hint. And Judas came to like, oh, I have to betray this nigga. And so listen, some people are meant to be Judas. They're going to hang themselves after. Some people are meant to be Peter. Jesus looked at him and said, hey, all you niggas are going to deny me. But did Peter, he still prayed for Peter. Did Peter end up hanging himself? No, he came back and became that rock. So even though you're around a lot of people who are agreeing with you on this is the truth, do expect them to deny you 3 times and scatter like flies when the opposition and pressure comes. But you ain't soft like that. You go stand for the truth. This is so real. I'm trying to let you know. So listen, it's all going down. It's all going down. I don't care about the clout. I'm not doing this for followers. This is my responsibility to use this platform to put that truth out there. I hope this made you feel a certain type of way. It either activated the truth in your heart or it pissed you off, because that's what the truth is going to do before it sets you free. It's going to piss you the fuck off first. Okay, everything that you might be projecting at me is really just your anger at the reality that you have to accept. Reality check. If you have a dick, you're a man. If you have a vagina, you're a woman. I know a lot of you don't want to hear that. I know a lot of you don't want to accept that, but this is very crucial in understanding who you are, and they're using this agenda to cut people off from their superpowers, which comes from the sexual glands in your DNA at first. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Call me old-fashioned, but I prefer my woman with a vagina and not a dick. Other than that, like I've said already, this virus is completely man-made and an act of terrorism. This election was completely rigged. There's so much affidavits to show for it. If you really do believe that there is no widespread proof of voter fraud, you're a fucking idiot. If you believe that this pandemic is real, I didn't say the virus isn't real. The virus is real. If you believe this pandemic is real, despite people who've died, anyone who's died from this virus is a casualty of war, not of some pandemic. If you don't see that, you're an idiot. I don't know what else to tell you. You're a fucking idiot. You're super stupid. And I have to say it like this because wake the fuck up. You feel me? And so I will keep doing these reality checks. If you really want me to do this reality check every time the moon's in Virgo, just comment down below and I'll keep it up. This is the first one during the Capricorn sun. Next time we do this will be Aquarius, and a lot of what I said will come out as knowledge. So don't just take my word for it. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm not here to prove anything. It's the truth. Okay? Oh, and Michelle Obama is a man. Peace.